Okay, everybody, looks like we have the Masters and Diamonds finals coming right at you. It is first game is going to be on Merry-Go-Round Ladder Edition. So we are going to have a ZVT finals, so no more 4 gates, thank God. Oh, I've had enough 4 gates for one day, that's for sure. Holy cow. Anyways, we are going to get right gosh darn into this. Hey, hello everybody, this is Chaos with Chaos Esports Productions, bringing you the finals of this month's Shots Fired Gaming Masters and Diamond Tournament, spawning on the upper right-hand corner here on Merry-Go-Round Ladder Edition, representing GJL's Micro Gamers, it is Nistic. And spawning in the southern portion here on Merry-Go-Round, in the pink trunks, representing Team Ascension, he is Foxer. So, I gotta say, I know a lot about microgamers. I've actually been around since they were formed, and I actually designed their first logo, which they happily discarded 4 or 5 weeks after I gave it to them. The manager, he lives in Indiana. He's a really good guy. Does a really good job of finding awesome players. And Nistic, honestly, I had actually not seen Nistic play personally, so I will be really, really excited to finally see Nistic in action. I don't know how long he's been on the team, but yeah, should definitely be interesting. Anyways, so we've got a ZVT here on Merry-Go-Round Ladder Edition, which tends to be a map that a lot of 3-base type plays. We tend to see a lot more focus on, macroing up in the early game, getting your 2 bases fully saturated, and then either going for a 2-base timing to cancel a 3rd, or I guess I really haven't seen a whole lot of like super late game games on this map in particular. So we'll be interested to see what we see today. Now we do have the spawning pool going after the extractor, so going to be focusing on getting up that gas rather quickly. I don't know if that is going to be more for a tech focus, or if he's just going to go straight for speed and then maybe get some bangings and things like that. So we'll have to take a look and see what we see with that. Meanwhile, looks like Foxer going to be getting up his refinery and most likely doing that Reaper expand style that we see oh so much in the pro scene, going for going to be doing a lot of scouting with that and really get a feel for what his opponent is doing. That's basically the main focus for that. And then he's going to go ahead and get his reactor behind that to start his marine production. And then also, wouldn't be surprised if we see a relatively quick factory, followed up by some reactor hellions. So, yeah, things looking pretty good. Meanwhile, we do have the expansion now finally getting up, and Foxer going to be getting in here, seeing what he can see. Going to do a little bit of harassment. Actually, just barely doesn't get that drone. Second drone getting poked at. Oh, will it go down? It will go down. So the Reaper has already paid for itself for the most part. Actually going to potentially get a couple links for it as well, which would definitely be a nice little added bonus. Some more poking. Oh! Reaper's got to be a little bit more on the careful side. Definitely needs to keep that guy alive as long as possible. Wants to be able to make sure he can see everything that's going on. Now, he didn't catch that the lair has already gone down. That's a really fast lair. Like, that is like insanely fast lair. I don't know if we're going to be... This could potentially lead itself to be Baneling Bust-esque style. Oh, the Reaper's getting back in here. Will it actually see the lair in time? It does see the lair morphing, so he should have a good idea of what could potentially be coming his way. The Reaper actually will just barely survive. 2 health left, but it's kind of in an awkward position because he can't quite jump down. Anyways, more Marines in production, lair finishing up, and overall looks like Foxer's just kind of rounding out his add-ons. Not going to be actually going into a relatively quick factory, which we tend to see more so with the pro scene at this point. Reaper trying to do a little bit of a dance, try and get out of here as well as possible. Will he live to see another day? That is the question. Reaper will go down, so no more scouting for Foxer. Looks like Nistic is happily going to go ahead and get guys in all 4 gases now, and actually going to be going with a very, very fast Spire. 7-minute Spire is almost unheard of at this point. Marine actually going to be popping in here, trying to get a little bit of a scout off, and, you know, at this point, Nistic is probably thinking, well, I don't know what he's quite up to, because he doesn't have quite the scouting information quite yet. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw an Overseer morphed in, just to get a little bit better feel of what's going on. And actually, Nistic will scout all of these Marines and Marauders pushing out, so we should know that there is a large number of units going to be heading across the field very, very soon. We can see the group spread here in the natural is actually starting to look pretty good, as well as the Baning Nest is on the way. Now, unfortunately, that Baning Nest will finish just as the Marines and Marauders probably get to the doorstep of his base, so he's going to have a little bit of time where he's going to be morphing in Banelings, and he may or may not actually be able to have enough time to do that. So Marines and Marauders coming in here, trying to get as much damage done as possible, trying to focus down the Queen a little bit, not quite getting the surface area they need. But overall, actually, a lot of the Banelings being canceled, and looks like the Zerglings are going to come out and try and get a good surround. Banelings coming in. Actually, he could potentially catch out the entire army here. Lynx running straight across. Stim, I do not believe is finished as well. Looking at the up, actually it is finished, but he is not going to waste it, and the rest of these units will actually go down. And Nistic is now in a very, very good position because he actually has the opportunity to do a lot of harassment, and with the Mutals just now starting to potentially pop out, Bane's trying to make good connections, and actually this entire wall has been exposed now. The Zerglings trying, not quite in position to actually get what they need done. Lings coming out, a little bit of a gap in this wall now. Lings will get in, lots of damage going down. Mutals will take down the rest of these Marines, and looks like Nistic has broken through the front wall. A lot of damage now getting done as the bunker finishes up. Upgrades are still not done. And I think Nistic has actually put himself into a game, set, match type point here. A lot of Marines coming out, going to take out some of these, some of the Mutas, but with the Ling reinforcements here, looks like Nistic does have enough to keep on harassing. And at this point, there's just not quite enough production. You know, he can't call GG quite yet, just because there's only a handful of Mutas. This isn't like a flock of 13 to 18 Mutas, so overall things are still okay for Foxer, but obviously the supply kind of tells a way different story. And yeah, at this point, it looks like, ooh, Widowmine shot getting a nice little hit on. Now the upgrades, the 1-1 I believe did finish, so the Marines are going to be a little bit more beefy. Granted, +1 flyer attacks is also done as well, so things are looking really, really good. Ling's still coming in here trying to get as much damage done as possible. Widowmine will get picked off, and SCV is getting pulled. I think Nistic has done it. He is going to go ahead and push through. GG is going to get caught, and Nistic going to be taking game number 1 of this best-of-5 final series. Wow, what a game. Very, very well executed play. I've never really seen as fast of a lair as that was. That was just insane. So definitely very nice play coming out of Nistic, and we will go to a quick actually no, we're not going to go to a quick break because Deadwing is going to be the next map. We're going to immediately get into that as quickly as possible, and we're just going to go for it, man, because that's how we roll. So I hope you guys are all enjoying the cast. Feel free, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that follow button. Help out the stream so much. Greatly appreciate it.